Welcome. You back with your boy Billionaire Charlie, man. We're gonna talk about it. Boom, boom, boom. My Lakers gonna go, but look, they're gonna get that ring again, baby. They're gonna get that ring again. You feel me? But nah, man, everybody I wanted to talk about this. I seen this on a podcast the other day, and they was talking about like, can you turn a hoe into a wife? And can do body count with women matter? And I heard the girl say a few things, and she was saying something like, if a woman slept with over 100 people, is how she did it. Meaning, like, was she in relationships with 100 different individuals, or was she just sleeping from person to person? And the guy was saying, even if it's whatever way it was, she slept with 100 individuals, she's still a whore, right? So, and it was going from age from like 23, you done been with over 20 people. At the age of 23, you already done slept with over 20 some people, right? Those are very, very high numbers. Like, it's extremely extremely high numbers, but it's normal numbers to a person in a big city, right? And not even to say big cities, because like, think about me in Virginia and stuff like that. You can have a female that been with a lot of individuals from, like, let's say South Side, then come uptown and stuff like that, and Northwood and stuff like that. You could have a woman that's been messing with people from Northview to Berkeley to like all over the place like that. You know what I mean? So the question is, does body count matter to a man? Yes, it do. And like I said, even when she was saying that they was all in a relationship with 100 different individuals, right? Let's even take on her little theory, even though she was just saying it like that. This is take on what she was saying, right? So it's a red flag immediately. So you mean to try to tell me you've been with 100 individuals in your lifetime, and not out of 100 men, you couldn't find not one person that would match up equally with you? It tells you a story about the individual, inconsistency of that person, right? You're not about to tell me you've been with 100 bad, just effed up individuals. That means you don't even have the ability to pick people. Like, you don't know how to pick right people or none of that. Like, how you go through 100 individuals and you're not learning as you go. Now, like I said, I had a lot of homegirls that I know where I look at the dude that they with, and they all have the same background and the same individual, meaning that the guy is a different name, but he's the same person as the guy that she was with before. They even went from that to messing with girls. Like, so it just get real crazy and messy all at once. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, if you get a woman that's had, like, let's say, like they were saying 23, and she had, like, let's say she got 5 partners or 12 in that particular period of time, you know what I mean? That is crazy. You know what I mean? Respectable. If you telling me that she having hundreds, like I said, I know women that carry it like that, so I get it. Like I say, it's funny, but it's real. Like, and I say, it's no way you can't bond with a man or marry a man. You can pretend, make it look cute on Instagram and shit like that, but it's no way in hell you've been with that many men and be able to connect spiritually. Like, anybody that's connected to the spiritual, like me, man, that understands spiritually, it's no way a woman can have sex with so many people and be able to pair with that man. It's impossible. Think about it. As she said, she been with 100 different individuals, right? Just think about this, right? She was never had the ability to connect with those people, right? She in a relationship, but she can't connect. It doesn't work. That if you actually ask her, like, so tell me stories of 10 of the guys that you've been with, and just get a background of what was wrong in those relationships. You know what I mean? And like I said, a lot of times when they talk and it be spinning you around. And when I mean spinning you, they never can come to the ground point of what was wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Because in between the ground point is a lot of lying and a lot of craziness going on in between. Like, a person, I don't know, man. When I look at these things and they trying to break down what they trying to say, they never come to a complete conclusion of what's the reason for this, what's the reason for that. And like I told you before, the guy was saying, like, she a whore, she a hoe. You know what I mean? Can you make these people wives? No, you cannot. It's the equivalent. If I was on the show, I would have asked her, what hand do you write with, right? And then I would ask her, can you put the pen in that other hand and write the same way you was writing in that right hand? And you're like, damn, Charlie, no, I can't do that. I'm like, of course you can't, because your whole life you've been practicing writing with your right hand, right? So when you try to write with this hand, I say, write those same paragraphs that you wrote with your right hand with your left hand. and you try to put it on the paper and try to write and you can't do it. You say, what's the concept of that, Charlie? That means that you condition yourself to write with the right hand. If you condition yourself to be a whore, that's all you know how to be. How can you be a wife if you never had the ability to be a wife in 100 relationships? You never knew how to commit. Now you trying to tell me, if you start, like, if we gonna really break down years and times and months and all of that, how long of a relationship you been in with these individuals? 2 seconds? You know what I mean? Like, we start really breaking down the number of the people that you've been with, how long the relationships have been. It's showing red flags on you as a person, right? That's what I'm saying. Like I said, when you have those conversations, you can't have people cutting you off when you're trying to get to your point, because people can't get the acknowledgement of what the person's trying to say. Like those women, they just kept talking in circles to the point that, oh, you told your friend that? They just kept being so goofy that you could never really get to the clear point. And that's why I say a lot of time when you're on the show, that's why I say like Fresh and Fit, people like that, or Kevin Samuels, like, yo, you got to chill, bro. Like you talking too much and then you're not making sense when you talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff she was making sense with, then the other stuff just seems so childish. Like, it's just like, and then it make the content bad when you got a person up there that's acting like stupid as hell. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm listening to the conversation. She made some point as far as like the relationships. I know she wasn't trying to say that high number like 100, but like she's just saying like if the person was like 10 people or something like that, they had all relationships, then you're not going to really consider her as a whole. But like I say, when she started to go to the 100 number, yeah, something wrong in that picture with the person, because if you dating that many people at one time, you had to been mixing and matching shit. Like, number-wise, you start like we really gonna calculate this shit and really get down to the books and start to look at the months, the times, and all of that, and look at you, how you forming that and how you putting it together with the dudes that you messing with. You messing with multiple people at the same time to even hit those numbers like that. Or you're not even taking those relationships serious like that. And the question would be, why? You go back to this, man. You never condition yourself to be a wife. You don't know what that is, to be feminine or to be a wife. That, man, people keep thinking being a wife is easy shit. That's not. Being a faithful woman, being a wife is not no easy shit. You're not about to get a person that's off the street gonna play like LeBron, G, if he never picked up a fucking basketball. You're not about to get him and put him on the court with the Lakers and all of a sudden he fucking scoring 30 points, 10, 11 assists and all of that. It's like, oh yeah, bro, you can find somebody. Like, come on, we gotta stop the slow shit, man. We gotta stop the slow shit, bro. Like, come on, this shit is sounding slow as hell. I be hearing these conversations. I'm just saying, people just be, you cute, but you slow. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, that's this period, bro. Like, if you got a person that's having sex with that many individuals at one time, it's something deeply, darkly wrong with that person, bro. Like, they can't connect. And that's real. You got to start from the beginning. Like, she said some shit like she was dating an older guy. He was a cheater, like he was making up, like she never even got into about the older guy. So you can actually get the background story of what she was talking about. What did he cheat about? What did he do? She never told the story. So like when she's saying it, it just was in the air. That's why I said when you having conversation on platforms like that, you got to give in-depth conversation so that people can be able to break down what's going on in this shit. Like, you just say some shit like that, nobody knows what the fuck you talking about. Like, I was sitting there, I'm listening, I'm like, man, I got some of her points, but then some of the shit was just like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And then she was so goofy, far as like she couldn't keep a serious tone. She was like a kid. Like, I think that's the worst shit when you in a room with a woman and she just childish, bro. Like, you gotta have that. That's why I say you masculine and you a kid. You like 25 and you act like you 12. That's like fucking embarrassing. Like, if you is 25 years old, 29, or even close to 30, I should know that you that age. I should be able to have a conversation that makes sense. Not a conversation with this shit like, you like this the whole time. Like, what the fuck is that person talking about? Is I'm talking to aliens in this bitch? Like, you just don't get it. None of what the person saying make no sense. Right? So that's what I'm saying with that. Yes, the body count do matter, bro. You cannot turn a whore into a wife. She don't have, like, bro, that's the, okay, I'm going to keep explaining. I did the right hand example. The right hand. If you've been writing your whole life with your right hand, and somebody told you write a paragraph with your left hand, you can't write nothing with that left hand, right? That's one analogy. Let's get to another one, right? Let's say Okay, you a welder or some shit. All of a sudden, somebody go like, oh yeah, bro, go ahead and get that weld joint, that weld gun, and go out there and go weld that shit together. You ain't got no experience in welding. You ain't got no experience in how to hold the shields. You don't know what the fuck you doing to weld. How can you get... I hate the fact that people take marriage as a joke like this. This is sad in our community, bro. Like, how the fuck can you say a whore can be a wife when she have no experience in her whole fucking life of being a wife? That's the equivalent of saying a person could come off the street and be LeBron. A person could come off the street and be a welder. Fuck it. They can come off the street and be a fucking lawyer or a doctor. Would you let a nigga that came off the street work on you as a doctor, as a patient? Like, do surgery. You gonna let a nigga come off the street that they never did a surgery in his life go do some work on you, or a motherfucker that was doing... I give you this example. Let's say they was going to school to be do surgery and shit like that, but they been failing all their classes and shit. That's the equivalent of a woman that been with a lot of bad relationships, but never got the concept of how to be a good wife, a good person in a relationship. She had all bad relationships, right? So that's the equivalent of a dude that's trying to be a girl trying to be a doctor, whatever the case may be, do surgery, and all she do is fail all her tests. Are you gonna let that individual work on you? Hell no, you ain't letting that person work on you that fail all these fucking tests and fucking awful at this shit. So why the fuck do people make wives in the same category as a whore? A wife and a whore, bro. That's what I'm saying. People becoming wives that's whores. They don't even know the concept of being a wife. They just taking on a name. That's the equivalent of me putting on the motherfucking doctor jacket and saying, now, man, I'm a motherfucking surgeon. I'm not no surgeon. I don't got those skills of that shit. I just look good with the doctor jacket. That's like you look good with your motherfucking wedding dress on, but you a whore. That's your nature. Your nature is to be a whore. That's who you are. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. That like I told you before, yes, body counts do count with a woman because it tells a story. You know what I mean? If you dive deeper, people the spiritual women get it. The women that's kind of like in the world, they don't understand what people talking about spiritually. Like, if you taking on so many souls, you like actually having sex with all these people. Then you got like a person, let's just say, for instance, right, a girl that the person get with, and they slept with a lot of people, right? You always got to deal with the imprint of that other person, right? The person that she really loved. And then sometimes in those relationships, that person don't never go away. Sometimes in no relationship, that person never goes away. That person just always there. She always keep connections to that individual. That's why I always say, when they live in that life like that, I just don't see no coming out of that. When a good girl turn bad, she gone forever, dog. Once a good girl turn bad, she gone, G. That is real shit. And then, like I said, they was coming up with the concept of like how a woman could come from like a small neighborhood, like where we come from, and then she getting flowed out Miami or somewhere overseas, whatever the case may be. Niggas spending real bread on her and shit like that. She'll never look at the nigga, the regular niggas the same no more. And like I say, if she could continue to get with those type of individuals, she'll just, you know what I mean? Because like I told you before, it's all about the mindset of the person. Those relationships, like, it's mindset, and that shit take a long time to develop. That's why I say when a lot of time when man say what do you actually get from whole phase from a woman, and I always say I can't even understand it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of women have sex with a lot of men and they still don't got like better sex skills. They'll just be getting fucked, but they don't really do shit. It's certain women that got extremely good sex skills, but they can have sex with less motherfuckers that have extremely good sex skills. The ones having sex with millions of niggas, and they still ain't got a whole lot of sex. So I'm like, okay, you getting fucked by all these individuals, and what are you benefiting from that? Nothing. You just took on 100 souls of evilness. That's why when you see a lot of women like that, that's why you see how fucked up the women became now and how the men are getting better. And you notice why they're getting better, because men gonna check man. Women don't check women. That's why they're going to keep getting worse and worse, worse and worse. And you notice back in the days, right? Being a whore was the most despicable shit ever. Like, to even come on TV to look like you were gay. Being gay was a bad thing back in the days. Now, it's celebrated being gay. It's celebrated being a whore. It's all over TV. It's good to be a whore. Being somebody with respectable and honor is boring. Why? Nobody care about it. Even to time, like, even the people you look up to, we started to realize they whores, right? You know what I'm saying? You looking up to Jada and Will. Now we got all type of shit with organs. I've seen all type of open shit going on. Like, the shit getting fucked up out here, basically. You know what I mean? That's why I say relationship now. Like, if I'm telling a person nowadays, relationship now, like I said, you really got to read the person that you with, because the shit fucked up now. Like, it's real fucked up out here right now. You know what I mean? And like I said before, if the person having hundreds of bodies like that, man, and you, like I say, is you gonna actually ask a woman how many people she slept with? No. Like, nobody gonna ask that shit. You know what I mean? But like I say, if you in a small town and you just walking around, niggas gonna tell you. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's always gonna be a nigga that's gonna be like, nah, that's some lame shit to tell a nigga that. But it's gonna always be that other nigga like, nah, bro, she done sucked my dick, bro, and she sucked my man's dick. She fucked that nigga over there. It's always that nigga that's gonna come out and say that shit. Like, you gonna have niggas that ain't gonna say shit, but then as she a whore, other niggas gonna say shit. You walking around in the mall, y'all niggas eating ice cream and licking on lollipops and shit. Niggas gonna come out like, damn, bro, you fucking with the whore of the city, bro. Look at that. She on video right here. I done seen girls that I thought was pretty decent women, right? I don't know this bitch, like I'm saying, but I seen video sucking dick, all type of shit. I'm like, oh shit. Like, bitch getting it up like that. That's crazy. I done seen some crazy shit like that. Right, so I'm like, I understand. That's why I be saying, like, and like I told you, it's celebrated in our neighborhoods for women to be a whore. So what you think they're gonna be? Whores. You know what I mean? If it's celebrated to be a good and stand up woman, that's what she gonna be. Like I say, over the years and times, bro, like, the shit that got so bad, far as shit that got so fucking bad with people not saying shit, all these Tyler Perry movies and shit like that, it just got bad, bro. Like, that's what it is now. So, like I say, the whole point of this conversation is, do the bodies matter? Yes, it do. Bodies matter for a lot of reasons. Spiritually, and there's not that. The women don't know how to be, don't know how to love a man. She might know how to suck a dick. She might know how to ride a nigga dick. She might know how to do all that type of shit. But she don't know how to really love a man. She don't know how to connect with a man. She don't even know how to be in feminine energy anymore. Like, her body has been tormented with so many fucking souls that she don't even understand love. Like, she don't get that shit. Like, I'm telling you, any two times you talk to a woman and she sound like a pure nigga, that shit is fucked up, nigga. Like, you sitting back like, man, she sound like my man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she sound like a whole nigga in the bed, though. Like, that should fuck you up when a woman sound like a man. She talking like a man. Like, that ain't cute at all. That shit is just disgusting, bro. Like, the whole shit is disgusting at that point. So, hell yeah, the bodies matter, man. Like bro said, 100 niggas, that's red flags all over the place, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how old you is. Over 100, like I said, I know women that fuck 100 niggas a year. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know they pure whores. I don't know who they baby daddies is or none of that shit. And they don't give a fuck. And they still fucking niggas like that because that's what they condition themselves to be, whores. Their body will never be just with one person, right? You know what I mean? And they take advantage of niggas that love them. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to tell them that they're a whore. They're not going to tell them what's going on. They're going to keep lying. And that's the cycle that we live in nowadays. So when women out here bashing all these men, they got to also look in the mirror and say, damn, my homegirl, whore, she fucked up out here. But you ain't going to say shit. A man to check a man. You know what I mean? If my homeboy come to me and he talking some shit, he out here fucking all these bitches, and he talking, oh man, my girl cheated and shit. I'm like, bro, you out here doing the same shit. I mean, what the fuck, nigga? What you, know what I mean? You get what you put out there, nigga. That's what it is. That's how I feel about that shit. Don't cry about that shit, nigga. You get what you put out, nigga. And sometimes you get it even when you ain't putting out that shit. You can be the goodest nigga in the world. They still a fuck you over. It's what it is in our community now. It ain't no love out here like that. People, motherfuckers don't love nobody. Like, family don't even love family no more. So you expecting the person, you know what I mean? They thinking dick or the motherfucker thinking pussy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't thinking about no love shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, yeah, the body count matters a lot because it's a story. The stories behind it. If you telling me a woman just fucking hundreds of niggas with no story behind, that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? They no story, no history, no nothing. I'm just fucking them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like the girl was saying on her platform, she was like, man, sometimes I see a nigga, I just want to fuck him. Like, I get it. Like, everybody got those moments. But like I say, when you weak enough to go for that type of shit on a regular basis, then yeah. I think now when I look at this shit, it's like me as a fat nigga, right? Me as a big boy, right? Some chocolate cake, you know what I mean? Some tater chips, some shit like that. That's how sex is to these whorish women, man. It's like You know what I mean? It's like vampire. Niggas say, just think about it. Use this as the concept of a vampire, right? Once you turn into a vampire, you need blood. You know what I'm saying? You need it. Like or you got a high. You need that high. You need that hit. Like, no way in hell you telling me a whore can be a wife. Yeah, she could put on the ring. She could put on the dress. And she could pretend. I could put on the doctor jacket, nigga. I can even put on a suit and call myself, I'm a lawyer. But damn sure you don't want me in your courtroom trying to play no goddamn lawyer. I know you don't want me to be in your goddamn hospital trying to play no goddamn doctor. There's a difference now. Come on, G. There's a difference being conditioned to be a wife and then you condition yourself to be a whore. Think about it. You got to put them concepts together. You cannot tell me a motherfucking whore gonna be a wife. That's like the equivalent of saying that some random nigga off the street gonna end up that's bad at basketball gonna be LeBron James in the NBA, or a nigga that's failing all his doctor tests gonna end up doing surgery on a nigga. Yeah, that nigga gonna be fucked all the way up, nigga. You gotta do surgery on your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? I'm just saying those concepts. You gotta really put it together, man. You gotta be logical, bro. You can't be saying shit that just don't make no sense. And that's what the girl was doing. She was like, boy was saying some shit like, my girl told me she had 100 bodies. If I told my mans that, yeah, my girl had 100 bodies, he not gonna be on the phone like, oh yeah, she could suck a dick. Like, no, why would a nigga do that? A nigga say that if you looking at her as a whore, yeah, bro, she gonna suck the fuck out your dick, bro. Yeah, nigga gonna say that because she a whore. But the girl was saying in like, oh, he fucked her. He said it he was using the man way and then in the woman way. Now he was like, well, I caught 100 bodies. I'm fucking 100 bitches. And the girl on the side was like, oh yeah, the dick game good, this and that. But you gotta think, man ain't thinking like that. You gotta think, man. I'm like, bro, y'all acting like people be acting like they slow. Women have a fucking vagina. Men have penises. It's two fucking different things, nigga. So I was like, shit gonna get back tight. You 100 dicks? What? Have you seen pussy that had 100 dicks in it? Oh my God, y'all. Like, come on, G. Come on now. Somebody talk to me now. A bitch that had 100 dingaling, hundreds of dingalings in her, and a bitch that ain't been fucking like that. Y'all done seen different pussies. Now, come on, G. We gotta get scientific on this motherfucker. We gotta put a little science on this bitch. Like, come on now. A nigga can fuck 100 bitches and his dick gonna be the same dick. You get a bitch that get over hundreds of dicks in her, that ain't the same pussy, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck. I tell you, that shit can get tight again. I'm like, bitch, I bet it can, bitch. Ain't no way in hell, dog. 100 dingalings and your pussy still the same. That nigga could be fucking 100 bitches. His dick gonna be the same size and all of that. You know, I'm just keeping it real, G. That those stories don't equal up. You know what I mean? A nigga fucking 150 bitches and a bitch fucking 150 niggas. That shit ain't gonna be the same. That pussy ain't gonna, man. That I was like, man, y'all niggas ain't even making no sense with this shit no more, man. All they can say, I'm listening to her like, damn, she had to have 1,000 bodies talking like that, defending that. I wouldn't even, if a woman shouldn't defend that though. She should already say that shit is not called for a woman to do that shit. They tell me you doing that shit. Like, you can't defend that type of shit. It's like it's not good for the body, for a woman's body to even take that many. Like, I don't. Do these niggas read or anything, bro? Like even if you put science to this shit, it doesn't make sense for a woman to body. Their body not even supposed to be taking as many individuals at that time. Spiritually not supposed to be taking as many individuals at one time. Now look, you talking hundreds? Bro, is you fucking serious? And you think you really in your mind believe that person could settle down with one person for the rest of their life? There are enough people that fuck 20 to 40 people can't even settle down with one person for the rest of life. You talking a person that been with millions and millions of motherfuckers could settle down. Man, I'm out, G. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm out.